Awesome. Okay. So we're going to start lying on the backs. Take your time. Have maybe a couple of blankets if you want to put one behind your head and support your neck. If you have your back doesn't feel so good, you can always have something under your knees. Otherwise, just have your legs wide, like a Shavasana. Let's start in Shavasana. Arms very comfortable next to your body, on your body, or away from the body. How would you like to feel your um, a little bit of releasing tension? So at the end of our practices, we go to the Shavasana. I want you to start in Shavasana. This is called the corpse pose for a reason, that we want to lie back and feel the earth or the support of the floor coming up to hold you. So feel a sense of safety. And automatically, when we are doing yoga so many years, you start sort of like immediately breathing. So notice that moment in that you are sort of like, oh my God, we are going to just breathe for a moment. Don't be rushed to move. Just breathe in and breathe out, and you should feel like a lovely transition, a lovely moment just to kind of not move anymore and settle down. And this is yoga, right? This moment that you were sort of like magically coming into your body, and how you feel, how it feels, and what it feels like to just lie down um, and be guided, and somebody tell you just breathe. It's just great. I love that. So just stay and breathe. If there's any areas or of tension or stiffness or something that is doesn't feel like it's resting as well as much as the other parts, just sort of like see if you can notice that, and maybe you can help it with your mind, or maybe just let it be, but just try to notice that area and see that the breath maybe reaches there with your mind. That's also something we can always think about, the mindfulness and the sensation that the mind sometimes causes tension and pain and even disease. Disease. So we're not at ease, so we come disease. Okay, so just take another couple of moments where really slowing things on your own, like a breath, maybe 4 counts, 4 in, 4 out. Notice the exhalations. Notice the energy in which we take the breath in and how it feels to simply just breathe out. So a sense of perfect, quiet moment to enter, and you come to this the yoga, right? The yoga magic, the yoga zone. And we're going to start moving, but we're going to start very, very, very gently. So try to keep the neck and the head very relaxed, and the face and the jaw and the eyes very relaxed as possible. And you're going to try, if your legs are separate, to bring them a little closer to each other. So legs come a little towards each other. And you're going to bring your hands back to the body, back to the hips. And you're going to lift your arms gently up overhead and point your toes long. So if your legs are bent, straighten the legs and reach overhead and point your toes and reach your fingers and get long, long, long. And get to breathe here, breathe a lot, breathe, breathe. Then see if you can open your arms, just relax them, keep them overhead like that. And just have the arms, keep them down overhead, like behind you. And do one arm, almost like right leg and right arm moves away from each other. So one side of the body lengthens, and then relax the right. And then the left side engages and sort of like wake up from the fingers to the shoulders and the hips to the feet. and then relax. And do that a couple times with each side lengthening and the other side relaxing. All right. And if the arms need to open more, you open them more. Otherwise, have them long next to your body and lean one side long from the fingers to the toes and then relax it. Do these a couple times, just lengthening one arm and one leg and the other side relaxing and then switching. Other arm, other leg, long, and feel the waist, right? Feel like let the ribs open. And then just relax everything. Bring your arms back to the body gently and come back to resting in your Shavasana. And just breathe here, breathe here, breathe in and breathe out. And sometimes it's lovely just to come back to nothing and undoing the effort and just coming back to the Shavasana for a moment. Notice there is a little shifting. And then you're going to bend your knees. You're going to place your feet on the ground. And then hug your knees in, give them a hug, stay with your chest down, keep with your shoulders down, and just with your hands, open the knees out. This one is just having fun, you know, a little bit of kind of massaging your low back. So it can be wide, it can be turning, bring them in, bring them out. Maybe your toes come together, maybe just stay wide. Just have fun. Maybe do a couple out, a couple in and out, maybe just like a door opening in and out. And feel your low back. Then we're going to put your feet on the floor. Find all the parts of your feet on the floor. Take a moment there. And you're going to find that rocking of the pelvis. So I know you're not looking, but what you're going to do is sort of do like a little cat and cow with your low back. So it's like a pelvis tilt. You've done this before and you've seen it if you've done yoga. There's a lot of engagement of the pelvis, kind of hugging in. So it says like the pubic bone comes to navel. And what happens is like the back becomes like flat against the ground. And then you do the opposite and you lift, right? So you bring the tailbone under and then there creates a little tunnel, a little curve under your back. And do this a couple times with a sensation that you're not rushing here, that it should feel like you're feeling really wonderful in these moves that are just sensing that pelvis that has so many things here, not only physical, but a lot, you know, on organs and digestive system, belly, everything, but just really a lot of tension also in your low back. So this is the area that most people, you know, this is where we carry, is like the center of our body. So just kind of tuck and untuck will release a lot of tension here in your low back, in your pelvis, your front of your hips. So just really mindful if you want to press, even almost like lifting the bottom of the ground and then relaxing and creating that tunnel, that little, more like you can even feel your hand can even cross under. So do a couple of these, pressing your feet. Take your time. Pelvic tilts. Then just relax. When you relax, you should not be flat. You should not be tucked too much. Just even in between. So there should be a little, some natural curve underneath. Now you're going to take the right leg, the right foot, and sort of start lengthening piece by piece. Okay, so see if you can maybe lift your heel and step it a little in front of the left. And then a little bit in front. So a whole foot in front. And sort of start lengthening out. So you start waking up that leg, lengthening. You're going to end up almost like your toes don't touch. And you're going to lengthen the whole leg, and you almost flatten and straighten the leg, and you're going to bring it back gently, piece by piece, until the whole heel is and not touching the toes, and then maybe closer. Then feel your whole foot back in and bring the leg back so it's in line with the other, and then give that leg a nice hug in. So hug the right knee in, give it a sweet hug, and see how you open this side of your body and set the foot down. So very gently set it. Notice this leg kind of like open. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. So it's sort of like, walking the leg out in pieces until the leg lengthens, and then walking it back in piece by piece. Notice how the the foot adapts. Okay, so the right foot stays and the left foot starts kind of like sensing how it touches and walks. So you're walking one foot out piece by piece till the whole leg maybe lengthens away, and then bring it back in, almost like sensing where you place your foot step by step, sort of like a lovely also exercise with patience. And then hug the knee in, hug it one more time, this one on the left, hug it to the chest, and you're going to bring both legs in to the chest and then rock a little side to side. Okay, so what we're going to do here is shifting between hugging in and lifting your nose to your knees, and then stretching everything out. If that hurts your back, just stay and rest in between. It might be like a lot, but you're gonna lift your nose and hug your knees to your nose, knees to chest, squeeze your belly, and you're gonna release the legs and lengthen the arms and lengthen everything away. So you can maybe put your feet down and hug in, or you can just do it in one piece, hugging the knees into the chest. Really wakes up that energy, maybe opening up, arms open, legs open. So do it at your own pace. You can do it by piece. You can just hug in, you can lift your head. You can also keep the head down or squeeze everything tight, like a little tight little ball, and then open up, open the arms, open the legs. So there's this big effort of squeezing and hugging your belly and hugging your tail, lifting your hips a little bit off the ground, and then opening up into that strength, long elongation of your body. And then one more. Stay here, please, with hugging in and rock a little side to side. So we did maybe 3 or more. Just relax and settle down again. Rock side to side. Feel a little bit of heart rate. Feel a little bit of shifting the energy from that nothingness to a little bit of effort of energy. Okay, so I'm gonna do a thread the needle or figure 4, little piriformis stretch. Right foot stays, left knee comes in. You can do the other side also and help the foot, or you can do it without help. Just place the top ankle, left ankle on the top of your knee. Breathe here. Flex the toes on the top leg. All right. Perfectly great to stay and not do any more. Press the leg against each other. Press the left ankle against the right. Press the right leg, almost like pushing the leg away. So get a little energy between the resistance between these legs, doing different things, or bring both legs up to your chest. So everybody different. If this is too much, this is like creates tension in your shoulders and you're lifting and creating tension in your neck, please come back, set the foot down. So remember, this is where we notice these little things. If this is okay, you bring everything up. And then we're going to create a little stretch that might be possible or not possible for everybody. So what I'm going to do is kind of bring the right foot a little to the left. So walk the right foot, walk it a little bit towards the left hip. You're going to allow the knees to open up. So the right knee is going to drop and you're going to set the left foot onto the leg. So from the side, yes, that's perfect. Okay, so the knee opens out like a tree pose, and then you can set the foot on the top, almost to guide the knee to open flat down. And if the leg is far, yes, if you can point the knee high, the knee on the top pointed up. So point it away, you can even maybe guide it out. All right, gently, please undo that and come back to the figure 4. So you were here, undo that, come back to the figure 4 and go a little side to side. And then right foot down, left foot down, and let's lengthen again, lengthen arms, lengthen legs, raise your fingers, point your toes. Get nice and long in the center, in the navel. Maybe the arms lengthen a little longer. Bring your feet down, bring your arms back. Breathe here. Other side, bring your left knee in and then place it on the front or top of your left knee. Okay, so again, I'm flexing my foot on the top. I can stay here throughout the few minutes that we continue doing stuff, but you can stay here. Try pressing the leg against the knee and try pressing the knee up towards the ankle. So create some really energetic resistance here. You can even lift your legs, creating this resistance, almost like this leg on the top pushing away and this left leg on the bottom trying to come in. It's a lot of work here without doing much, even without the hands. Then maybe you're up here, relax the effort and just bring everything in and rock a little side to side. This is a great stretch. We could stay here even like 5 minutes. It's a wonderful stretch. It starts, releasing lots of parts of the hips and just opens up the hips. Wonderful. You can rock. You can bring the knee in and out or side to side. You can flex all the toes. You can roll the ankles. So many things you can kind of play around. We're going to step the foot down. Don't uncross yet. You're going to walk the foot a little bit out towards the opposite hip. And this knee comes down and your foot just kind of place it on it and set it, like encourage it to open up. So maybe you're up here, maybe the knee is pointing up, wherever it is, try to gently push the knee down. You can do anything with your arms. You can even bring it on the leg and press it away. I'm going to undo it gently. So lift your foot off the bottom leg and undo the side tree pose. Bring your knees in. All right. And then just have your knees again hugging to your chest. We're going to do a little simple twist that is also great for the back. You're going to put your feet down. Okay. Feet on the floor. Lift your hips up a little and to the right. And let the knees open to the left. Arms can be open, shoulders down. You can also bring the hand to the top leg. You can look away from the knees. So find a nice, easy twist here. Try to bring the knees together. Maybe place a block in between your knees or under, or a blanket. Try to have the shoulder down. If the knee opens, try to have the shoulder down. That's okay. Breathe a lot. Notice the ribs breathing, the armpit. Roll to center. Feet on the ground. Feet just press, lift a little up the hips, bring them a little, just like a couple of inches to the second side. So if you're going to your right, lift the hips to the left, bring them in and let them just turn and to the right side. The arm can be open, shoulder can be down, right hand on the top of your left thigh, encouraging to kind of sits there. You can turn away your gaze or gaze up. You can have your arm out or up or cactus or even close to your hip, whatever you want. Just be in this double leg twist. It's great to breathe here and to feel that you're still having that sensation of quiet. Now your legs are to one side, your shoulders are kind of twisting and your neck is twisting, but just feel that sensation of the breath always kind of in there in the pose with you. All right, so you can stay on this side and sort of like go all the way to the same side your knees are and come on up to child's pose from here. Or if you want, you can kind of hug your knees again and find yourself rocking or going to any way that you feel like you're going to go onto the child's pose. So I like to open my knees nice and wide. And I'm going to just rest here for a moment. Again, find a little breath, find a little bit of quiet here. Let the belly kind of be heavy. Don't worry about the belly just kind of falling in between your legs. That let the breath be heavy and breathe through the belly. Let the belly be soft. Soften your shoulders, your low back. If this hurts, you can stay a little higher. You sometimes cannot bring the hips to the buttocks to the heels. That's okay. Do the best you can. This is the child's pose. Sometimes not so happy, but try to breathe here. And we'll take like a puppy pose, which is like a stretch that is not quite down dog, and sometimes is not so comfortable, but try the best that you can. So you come off, your hips come off, and stay with your hips just above your knees. You can also straighten the legs behind the knees so they're not together. You can just kind of parallel the legs, walk your hands forward, and melt your chin to the ground. Melt your head to the ground or your chin to the ground, and find that nice stretch from your fingers all the way to the hips, almost like creating a hammock with your upper torso. And then breathe here. And then breathe, almost like finding that it feels like it's so much tension, but you can soften. Let's come on the elbows, come to Sphinx. Slowly walk the knees back or find your hips down, your front of your body, and find your elbow or your forearm sort of like back bend here for a moment. Bring your chin in, bring your head up, bring your chin down. Let the head be heavy. You can even just kind of hang and do a little yes and no, or a little side to side, elbow to elbow. Just relax. Lengthen your legs, press your pubic bone down. And then chest turn a little bit to the right with the head low, to the left, to the right. Just feel a little bit of relaxation here. And bring your head up and look up and forward. Press your elbows, press your forearms, press your wrist, and feel a little bit more engagement in your low back into this Sphinx. So Sphinx can be a little bit of work in your low back. If you want more, you can always almost like press your toes, press all the toes, the big toe and the pinky as much as you can. Engage your legs and press your elbows down, and you create more tension. It'll feel really like your low back is not working, but your elbows are working and your legs are working, keeping the tension off your low back. And let's come down, come in what we call crocodile, Open the legs nice and wider. Bring your hands forward. Just rest here. Relax your hips, relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your eyes, and just be here. This is, again, a wonderful place to breathe on your belly, like we did on our backs, and just find a nice way to feel the floor coming up and relaxing here. And now you have the floor against your belly. So breathe, and sometimes it feels good to feel that you're really breathing here because you have that feedback from the mat or from the floor. So be in your face down crocodile, resting here, breathing fully, even if you feel any tension in any area, your low back or your hips, just breathe there. And then we're gonna come out of there, gently come up to hands and knees. So finally we're here. I'm gonna do some cat cows. Come on hands and knees, check with your hands where they are, check with your knees where they are. You can place a blanket under your knees if your floor is hard, and start your wonderful organic movements, rounding here, hugging the belly, and then coming to that other shape, which is the cow, could be the dog, just lifting your tail and rounding. So let's do a little bit of like a little more circular way to do a little bit of cat cow. Sometimes it's kind of fun. So you're going to have one hand support. Let's say you're going to keep the hand down, the left hand. Left hand stays, two knees stay down. And you're going to lift your right hand. You're going to bring it behind, lift it behind like you want to touch your heel. And then you're going to lift it up and create a circle. And then just one more. Sit back, create a circle. The arm lifts you up. And then just reverse that. Lift it up and open. And then circle up. The arm lifts up, circle up. And then bring your hand down and right next to the second side. Right hand stays. Lift the left arm up, reach back and lift up, create a circle. Just do it 2 times. Sit back and lift up, arm lift forward. And when you finish the circle, tap and lift and open. Sit back as you lift the arm, lift your shoulder, sit back. And last one, bring your hand down and then just take a moment in child's pose again. Knees wide. If you want, just rest on your arms. Just recover. We're going to come up again. Just do one arm, one leg at a time, shifting the, almost like the weight is going to shift because you're going to just lift one leg. The support, the one knee brings everything kind of in danger of losing your balance. So lengthen the left leg, lengthen your toes. Toes are pointing and look a little bit in front of the top of your mat. Have the hip square, feel the right knee on the floor, feel both hands pressing, and just very simple, lifting one leg without lifting your hip. The navel is facing down. If you want to add more, you do the other arm. So lifting your fingertips all the way to navel, and from navel to toes. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down. Breathe in and out, and we'll just go straight to the second side. So right knee stays, both knees stays. No, we're going to start with the leg, just the right leg, both hands stay. Point your toes. Now notice, where's the hip that is not, I don't care if it's low, but I don't want the hip open. So put the weight a lot on your left knee, on your left shin, and your left foot. So you lift that right leg long, look forward, arms are really holding you in place, hips are square, shoulders square, gazing down. If you want to add, you add, and you're coming to this bird dog that is difficult. You're in one hand, you're in one knee, and everything is pointing up, hand down, knee down. Let's rest again, okay? So sit back, just recover. Those are hard, sometimes are um, challenging. So just recover from that. They're wonderful for balance. And I'm gonna try to do that again. Instead of being on the knees, I much suggest you have two blocks at the front of your mat, okay, for later. We're gonna come into our first dog. If you are not happy, you don't want to do the first dog, just stay in this tabletop. Otherwise, just walk your hands just a tiny bit forward in front of your shoulders, lift your knees, get a little bit of heat and a little bit of work here. Actually, a lot of work when you come off your knees. Everything is shaking and active and strong as you are accommodating the fact that you're on your hands and on your toes. Lift up again and find that dog. The first dog, again, you can pedal the feet, come on your tippy toes, lift your heels, take a moment upside down. Find that hips, don't worry about the legs, don't be straight, just worry about the hips lifting to the heaven. Point the tailbone up like a triangle, and you're pointing, your apex is the tailbone. Lift your tailbone high, go high on your tippy toes, press your chest to your thighs. Walk to the front, hand at the top of your mat, hand with your blocks, or hands, or elbows grab, whatever you want. Just hand here and just experiment bending the legs and straightening the legs and not worrying about the legs being so straight, but more like the head is folding down. So the head is folding down. Don't worry about the legs, don't be straight. I want you to feel the tailbone up and your head low. I'm gonna roll up to standing using your core, coming up, rolling up, and opening up. I'm gonna do some stretches here, some nice warm up standing. All right, so just have your arms out and just cross one arm in front of the other, open up and open up, and feel your chest open, right? Crossing the arms, opening out to the sides. I have so much stuff here you can't really see. Crossing, nice and relaxed. We're just kind of loosening up here, okay? And then do the same thing, but just kind of forward with the arms and down. Legs are a little bent, but not too much. Just nice and easy. The breath is increasing when you lift arms. Lift up, breathe in, exhale out, in and out. Awesome. All right, and then open the legs just a little wider. Start with your arms like a helicopter and just swing around. Really let the hands even hit you on the low back and the front of your hip. Just let your arms loosen up, or let maybe the eyes can close. Maybe you can, when you go to one side, lift the opposite heel if you like. Really wonderful shifting of energy here. You can also keep the hips down, the heels down. And just come up to idle, come slowly back to center, walk your feet a little bit back in, roll your shoulders nice and slow up and down, and roll your shoulders up and down. And one more, almost like reaching up, releasing tension here. You're gonna do a little bit of cat-cow here. I'm just gonna turn to show you. You're gonna bring your hands on your knees and you're gonna do a rounding and arching. So lifting your tailbone and rounding and hugging in your belly. So do as much as you can here, rounding. You can have the legs a little wide and really hugging in, really wonderful. This is called Agni Sara, reading about the heat in your diaphragm, in your belly. All right, coming up gently, gently, gently. We're actually very much settling down to a little bit of chair pose, okay? So I don't want you to have the toes together. I don't want you to have the legs wide, just about hips distance. Just come to hands at the prayer and sit a little bit low, okay? A little bit low. Make the effort to see wherever you go low, arms in the cactus, and then slowly, slowly stand straight, arms lower, lift one leg, and settle down. And we're going to do that again, slowly lower, arms in cactus. Sit as low as you can. Come on up, straighten the legs, lower the arms, shift and lift one leg at a time. It doesn't have to be high, but face the feet down, squat a little bit, chair pose with elbows out. And start coming up, straighten the legs, lift one leg up or one heel up or stay like that and settle down. Let's coming back one more side, okay? And then straighten nice and gently, shift the weight and lift. You can hold on to something, chair or wall, that's okay. Awesome. Now, relax a little bit and you're just gonna kind of swing one leg forward, one leg back. You can hold on to the waist, you can get off your mat, just kind of swing maybe just a tiny bit. And once you get comfortable, you can do a little bit more. This is also balancing. And then you're going to continue in the same leg. You're just going to lift the leg out and across. So a little more challenging. You can always kind of stop and tap across, or once you get the hang of it, do a little higher. Awesome. And set the foot down. Just take a moment. Don't go in a rush to shake or go the other side. Just settle down in your Tadasana. Take a breath. Take a moment. Take a pause. And fill with breath. I know we've done a lot since we were lying and now we're standing and trying our balance. Okay, so a little bit of like a hinging forward and back. You can hold on to something. I don't care if you hold on, but you're moving your hip forward and back. One leg is always better than the other. One side always collaborates better. All right, and then out and across, out, across. And your leg is working. All right, set the foot down, breathe in and out. And just really breathe in and out. And do the same thing, standing in Tadasana with your arms up and breathe in and breathe out. And really feel like you're, when we were lying down, that we were almost like doing one arm and one leg. Do one arm and stretch and one leg presses down and then switch it. One side of your body really strong, the other one relaxes, but you're still reaching your arms up. So we're mimicking what we did on the ground, but now we're standing. So push one foot down, lift the same side of your arm, lift both arms, bring your hands out and down. Interlace behind. Take a little back bend or a little bit of counter from the forward bending, reaching maybe the knuckles down or holding your low back, maybe squeezing your elbows back and maybe lifting your arms over, out, away from your tail. Lift your heart. Breathe here. Then just settle down and relax here. Breathe here. Breathe and feel. Maybe some tingling, maybe something. I cannot tell you what you feel, but sometimes closing the eyes gets you more to feel. So what I'm going to do might be a little bit of a challenge. I do want to challenge you a little bit. Into a little bit of balance, mimicking what we did on that bird dog, not quite the same because we're not going to lift one arm. Well, maybe, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to just take a moment to fall down again, okay? So I have my blocks there. So I'm going to turn to my blocks and I'm going to lift your arms, maybe with no arms or maybe hands to prayer, or just fold in any way that you like, okay? Fold in any way that you like. You did this Uttanasana. You can have your hands on the shins, just take a halfway lift, halfway up, and then fold again. So we've been here folding down, right? I told you to fold down, to not worry about the legs. So what we're going to do here is holding the blocks. I have them on my highest. And I'm going to stand pretty together with my legs, maybe both a little more to the center. And I'm going to lift one leg back behind. So one leg is really straight. And you're going to try to bring the knee, bending it and bring it in, maybe even in front of the standing leg. So that you're all going to do. Lift the leg back, bring it in, hug in, and lengthen back, look forward and hug in, bring it in close to your belly and lengthen back out. So if you want to try here, lengthen the leg back up and maybe one arm forward. So if you don't want to do the arm, just do the leg, bend the leg, step in, both feet in, hug the belly in, and come up again to standing. And once you're standing, just again, breathe in and breathe out. So this is like, I'm gonna kind of set you up to eventually do a little bit of that warrior three. You can do a warrior three with the blocks or just with the hands at the heart. And we can just try maybe one or two tries. So I'm gonna do the other leg, folding down, take your time, folding again. And you're really ready for this because we did a little bit of warm up with the chair. So keep the left foot consciously, the one that you are staying on the ground, and you're going to lift the right leg or the other leg up. Now, don't lift the hip, have the toe really facing in the hip down, the hip is square. You can stay here. This is wonderful. This is a lot of work. Standing, maybe the leg standing doesn't have to be straight, but just feel the other leg lifting up. You can even take a peek and see where your toes are pointing. Let the toes point down. Hug the knee in. So bend the standing leg, bring it in, maybe in front of the standing leg, and press it back. Hug in, maybe a little closer to your belly. Stretch it back, and then hug in, and stretch it back. And then if you want, you can stay here, or maybe lift the other arm forward. You can even have the arm out to the side, maybe it's easier, or cactus. Step the foot in and bend and stand. Awesome. Little smile. Awesome. Nice work, Gemma. Yeah, I see that you're trying. Careful. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. All right, so what I want to try to do is, very challenging, but we can do it. Try to do a warrior three. So you can stand with the hands at the heart, right? You're gonna just tip a little forward. You can also have the hands on the waist and start almost hovering one leg and just shift it back. So try to stay here. It doesn't have to be your highest leg up, or just be here. Once you get the hang of it, you feel a little bit strong. You can do arms out and cactus, arms out, or reaching hands to the low back, to the back leg. So that would be my warrior three. Sometimes I don't have it. It's hard to stand on one leg, but that's our challenge. And then come on back in, step in and breathe. So this is an option, right? To do it like that, but to have it without the blocks, it's really a big challenge, okay? So you can start lowering down a little bit, putting the weight on the leg that is not going to lift, the one that is staying, and start shifting a little your chest forward and shifting that leg up. It doesn't have to be high. Open the arms, cactus, back, or stay with the hands at the center. Yeah, it's a challenge. So you probably feel a little bit of wobbling, a little bit of, shaking, a little bit of work, and step in. Awesome. All right. So that's it. Let's take the long side of your mat, toes in like a little pigeon toe, make that little interlace, lift your heart. Actually, we might need the blocks for this one too, for that folding forward with a wide, like a wide downward facing dog with that shape of the hands up, lift up and fold down. So your legs are nice, your head is coming down, your arms are lifting. It's a little bit of challenge, but you should feel good in your shoulders, in your legs. You can bend your legs a little bit, just have the head down. And slowly release your hands to the floor, to the blocks, wherever. Just fold down. Let yourself be hanging here, hand upside down. Let the head be heavy, the shoulders, the neck, the jaw relax. Breathe here. And just bend the left leg, just a little bit, bend the left leg, walk the hands or the block to that side. Straighten the right leg a lot. Or maybe even hold the hands around your side of your leg. And then come to center, fold again in the center. Lift up enough to maybe walk the block or your hands. Bend the right leg, straighten the left, straight leg on the left, bend the right leg and fold to the leg. So a little bit of side stretching. You can have the hands on the block, in front of the foot, away from the foot, on the leg. You can try to even bend and squat a little bit more. And then walk to center or walk the block back to center. Fold again. We're gonna come down and do some seated shapes. Please, maybe your block help. Otherwise, bring your feet closer. Bring one knee down and the other. And then you're gonna swing your legs around. So you can start with a blanket under to just kind of prop yourself up. We're gonna do a twist and hip opener. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so both legs straight forward. And again, you can kind of use the blanket if you want to kind of lift you up a little bit. It will kind of allow you to twist a little bit more, but you don't have to. So I'm gonna do my left leg in, bring it in, hug it in, right leg bright, okay? Don't let it loosey, nice and bright and awake as if it was stepping on something. You're gonna hug the knee, okay? You're not gonna go open. You're gonna hug the knee with the opposite arm. So hug this left knee with the opposite hand, with the elbow, with the hand, and then the hand behind is going to reach behind. That's your twist. So hand behind, fingertips behind, and you can even twist towards the side. Hug the knee in, press the foot down, engage the long leg, and twist and twist and twist and twist. You should feel a squeeze on your belly. And don't let the knee open. We are going to open it, but not now. And come back to center. Let the leg open out. You can drop the blanket for a moment. So this is Janu Sirsasana. Again, the knee is open. The foot is against the inner side of your leg. You can lift your arms up again. You can grab a strap and throw it over the front, the toe mounts or the arch, or just gently finding your hands on each side of your leg. Breathing here, softening down, breathing a lot. And then with your eyes closed, maybe feel what is happening, right? Where is the stretch coming from? There should be no pain in your knees, and you shouldn't think that you need to reach your toes. There should be no rush to do that. Just want you to feel a little bit of maybe release on your low back. And slowly, 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 just come back. Set the foot down the way it started. So the foot is bent, the leg is long, and you're gonna just do like a one camel, not camel, boat pose, one boat pose. So one leg is in, maybe lift it up, hold it behind the knee, or lengthen it. And just breathe here. Maybe release your arms, let go. Awesome. And slowly set it down. Awesome. Now bring your hands behind, shake the legs a little bit. Hug the other knee in, push it down on the floor, bring it as close to your hip as you can. Hug the belly in, hug the navel, hug those parts, the fleshy parts in. You can hug the opposite arm. So if it's your right knee, bend, your left arm goes up, maybe lean forward, maybe get a little bit more, maybe just do it with your arm, maybe just with your hand. Bring the leg in and then twist. Other hand goes around, fingertips or block, and hold the knee to the chest and twist and twist and breathe and breathe. So everything is like, has like something to do. One leg is long, one knee is bent, both hips are even on the ground, your shoulders are twisting, your arm is holding something on the floor, fingertips, your arm is holding the knee. Everything has a part and everything is important, especially how you're breathing here. Allow yourself to unwind and let the knee open. Like a Janu Sirsasana, take a moment to feel your sit bones even. So you can kind of move around. You can lift your arms here and then start leaning forward any amount. You can bend this bottom leg. You can put something, you can put a block, you can put a under and just fold here. Don't be in a rush to reach your toes. Just feel, where is your stretch? How does this side feel? Can I breathe here? Can I just Soften a little more. Don't tense. The more you tense, the more you won't go. So loosen up, breathe, helps you to um, soften, right? Soften the tension. And when you soften, the body will respond amazingly. So we need to soften, to learn to soften, so we can kind of teach the body to 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 answer and to help you to respond. Come on, back up gently, please. Set the foot back in the way we started. Lean back. Maybe just lean back and lift your toes. Maybe you lift the leg. Maybe you hold the leg up. Maybe you lift both arms up. All right, set the foot down, lengthen the legs, hands behind, shake them out, shake the legs, shake the thighs. And let's do Baddha Konasana. Relax. You can just open the feet, feet together, open the knees. Take a moment here. I'm still with my hands behind you. And then just with your own legs, without using your hands, without pressing, just press them open. Push the feet together, press them open, and then relax. Almost like squeeze your tailbone, squeeze your pelvis, and let the knees press open and relax. Almost like you almost start shaking your pelvis. Press them open, let the knees open. Maybe this is hard, but maybe you can even lift your hips off the ground with your feet together. See if you can try that. The legs don't have to be so close. It does work, but you can also lift, feet down. Beautiful, nice effort. Awesome. All right, so relax the legs, come forward, maybe grab around the shins, maybe lower and then fold here. So we're gonna stay maybe just one whole minute here, folding down. A wonderful moment, a wonderful shape to also open with these legs in a butterfly. You can have blocks under your knees. You can fold your hands around your toes. You can bring your nose to your heels. You can also kind of stay halfway out. You can press your elbows on inside the inner legs. It's kind of like it's fits so wonderful. The arms, the lower arms and the shins kind of fit so nice, and you can just kind of you let the weight of your of the lower arms just kind of open the inner legs. So wherever you are, just again use the softening, the breath to soften you and to melt you and to help you come into a easier stretch. All right, come on up, feet on the ground. We're gonna slowly find our ways onto our backs again. I want you to do one more effort for me. You can have your hands behind and lift your both legs into what we call the boat pose. Okay, you can always have one foot down and one leg lifting. You can have switching. You can also have the hands behind the legs like that, but you have the sensation of not closing, but just lifting and holding these like kind of like a V shape with your legs, feet down. Just hug around your legs again and rest your forehead or your face. And slowly you're going to unfold yourself, coming on to your low back, to your whole back of your body, resting here again. Feet are bent. Don't move. Just stay. Just breathe. Just take a moment. We did a lot. We didn't do any warriors. Well, we did warrior 3, but we didn't do warrior 1. I had it in my head and I didn't do it. It's okay. We did other things that were great. Hope you agree. So I'm gonna do like a one arm bridge, okay? And then both arms, more like a conventional bridge. So we're gonna just press your feet down, keep your shoulders down. Try to kind of sense where is your head and where is your neck, and try to consciously relax. Enter the bridge pose very, very relaxed. And you're gonna place your feet on, almost feel right all the surface of the foot, because that's gonna help you to push the feet on the ground and lift your hips and lift one arm at a time. So both hips are up, one arm goes up, and you're going to turn your head away from the arm. So the arm, right arm, you turn left, and then bring your head to center, bring your arm down, and then lift your left arm and turn away from the arm. So your left arm is overhead, turn to your right, and then head to center, lower the arm, then lift both arms and lift both hips, and then lower both arms, lower the hips. One more time, one arm up, turn the head away, the arm lowers, the hip lowers. Other side, lift the left arm up, lift the hips up. Awesome. Head to center, lower the arm, both hips, both arms. Then keep the hips up and lower gently the arms. Grab the edges of your mat. Tuck your shoulders under a little bit, one at a time. Use the back of your shoulders, get a little more height in your hips, and then untuck, untuck, and lower until all the hips are down. And then just relax here, breathe here, relax shoulders, belly, arms, face, neck. Let go any tension. Maybe sometimes you grip your teeth, relax your teeth and your tongue. Just take another couple of breaths here. All right, you're gonna just have your feet on the floor, hands interlaced just behind your head. Oh, hold the head with your hands, elbows nice and wide. And maybe just lift one leg at a time, and lift the head up, and then lower the arms and shoulders and lower the head. I'm gonna shift it and do like a little core that is reasonable and doable and consciously nice and slow. So the leg can be bent, the leg can be straight, and lift your shoulders and lower, or keep it nice and gently with the knee bent, the knee over the hip, and lift as close as you want, or lengthen and lower. Then we're going to add just a little twist. So lift the leg, lift the shoulder, twist towards the knee, and return and lower. And last one, lift the knee, lift the arms, twist towards the knee, lengthen or bend. Return the shoulders down, elbows down, return the feet down, arms open, and just hug the knees one more time up to the belly, open up to a nice uh, wide squat, or like a variation on happy baby. Just relax, almost like you're holding the legs or the knees out. Feel your low back flat, feel the hips and the whole torso and the head on the ground. You're just kind of open. Just stay here and open and breathe. So let the legs widen. The sacrum is wide. The feet are really hanging. You can even roll or shake your feet or your toes. And then slowly, one more time, bring the knees together, lengthen the legs. Legs are vertical up, bend the knees and open up. Together, toes together, knees together, lengthen. We'll add one more composition here and open wide. And then together, knees bent, feet to the heels, to the buttocks. Open wide legs. Good. You can use your hands, break them together, lengthen the legs up, widen the feet, open the legs and straddle. Together, bend, and open wide the knees with your hands, or just let the legs be kind of loose, the feet loose. One more. Together, lengthen, and open. Now have the feet together and the toes together. Make a little tiny circle here. So imagine your toes are together and you have a pencil or a brush and you're painting a circle at the ceiling. And then the other way, circle, it can be an oval, it can be a triangle, it can be a square, you can play around, feel your low back engaged, legs as straight as possible, and then just relax. Just like we did at the beginning, lift your face, lift your shoulders, hug in, nose to knees, and squeeze. And then open everything up. Open wide. One more time. Hug in, knees, chest, belly, hugging in, squeeze, tension, relax, and open wide. And then last one, and we're going to start our Shavasana. So nice and squeeze, tight, tight, tight. Open up and stay. Arms wide, legs wide, and just don't move. Just relax. And notice these moments that you're wherever you feel like all flat, all splayed out, legs are wide, arms are wide. Take a moment before you start kind of fidgeting a little bit more. So you feel like you need to adjust anything. Maybe bring your arms closer, maybe the palms face up, and turn the head a little side to side. So turn to one side, turn to the other. Consciously relax your shoulders, almost like tuck them if you want under, almost like manually relax your shoulders, bring them under so they are not like rolling in and rolling more out. The hands are out, palms are facing up. Let the fingers kind of feel like they're open to receive whatever it means to receive, whatever you need to get here, which is probably just feels like this is just a moment to get that wonderful sensation of the breath and how the body is resting. And take a breath here to the heart and feel that the breath travels from the heart to the eyebrows, to the center of your eyebrows. So breathe to the heart, exhale to the middle of your eyes. Breathe to the belly, exhale almost like through the middle of your heart, of your eyebrows. Inhale to the belly and back, almost like the crown of your head. Inhale, belly rises, exhale. And every time you're going to breathe in, you're going to relax another part of the body. So let's say you're going to breathe in through the nose. Relax the chest and the shoulders. Breathe in through the nose. Relax your hips and your pelvis, your belly, your abdomen. Breathe in through the nose. Please relax your thighs and your legs, your knees, all the way to the ankles. Breathe through your nose, relax your ankles, your feet, your toes, the soles of your feet. Breathe in through the nose. Relax the back of your legs, the back of your thighs, the back of your knees. Breathe in through the nose. Feel your back of your pelvis and your low back relax. Breathe in, fill with breath again through the nose. Relax all the back body, the shoulders, the top of your shoulders. Breathe in again, relax your shoulders and arms and elbows and wrists and all the fingertips. Relax, breathe through the nose, relax your neck. Breathe in again through the nose, relax your jaw. Breathe in through the nose. You're going to start relaxing the features on your face. Your facial expression melts away from your face. You have almost like an inner smile. Relax your lips. Keep breathing, relaxing your eyebrows, the cheeks, the space around your eyes, the space around your mouth, your lips. Relax the forehead. Relax the ears, the sides of your head. Relax. Breathe through your nose. And exhale again through the crown of your head. One more. Breathe through the nose. And exhale. We're going to start gently, gently, gently. If you want only to come out, coming back to your body and start to bring it back to little movements and your routine and your normal day to day or moment to moment. If you can stay a little bit longer, completely 100% perfect, you can stay in your Shavasana. If you want to come out, stretch again your arms out overhead. Point your toes, reach your fingers, just like we started lengthening. See how it feels. And then come back, relax that, bring your legs closer, hug them in, start coming again into a little embrace, hug your knees in, rock a little side to side if you like that, massage your low back. Eventually rolling to your right or your left, wherever you have space to do. Do everything in slow motion, do everything consciously, not rushing, trying to keep that quiet, right? That clarity, probably that kind of moment that was sometimes it's just there, like it's like such a good moment, and then it just disappears. But it was there, and gently just come back to seated. You can come back in a blanket, sit on a block or blanket or whatnot. You can cross-legged. Just do a couple of neck stretches, chin down, chin up, head up. Turn the head a little to the right and to the left. Relax your shoulders. One shoulder roll, just one or two. And we'll take a final circle. Easy. Doesn't have to be your biggest circle, but just lift your arms. And we'll find ourselves again into the prayer, into the namaste of the gesture of thank you, of hello, of goodbye, of respect, of gratitude, of it's just like a universal gesture of peace and quiet. Take it one more time to your hearts. Find some blessing, some goodness, some kindness in there. To the center, to the Ajna chakra, third eye, to the chest. And we bow to ourselves, to each other in gratitude. Peace. Namaste.